People who don't care about sports are often misunderstood. They're seen as boring, detached, or passionless. But neuroscience tells a very different story. Not caring about sports doesn't mean something is missing in you. It usually means your brain is responding to the world in a different way. Most people are deeply drawn to sports because humans are wired for groups. For thousands of years, belonging to a tribe meant safety and survival. Today, sports teams act like modern tribes. When someone watches their favorite team, the brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone involved in trust, attachment, and family connection. On a neurological level, the brain treats those players as one of us. But people who don't feel that pull often have lower tribal attachment. Their sense of identity isn't built around belonging to a group. They don't need an us versus them to feel whole. Research shows that people with a low interest in sports display less polarized thinking. They're less likely to divide the world into winners and losers, allies and enemies. Their self-concept is more internally grounded. For sports fans, every play creates anticipation, a surge of reward chemistry. This pattern closely resembles gambling, uncertainty, excitement, emotional spikes. It's powerful, and for some brains, deeply addictive. People who don't enjoy sports simply don't get that same dopamine response from watching competition they're not part of. Another key difference is how self-esteem works. Sports fans often experience basking in reflected glory. When the team wins, they say, "We won." When it loses, it becomes they lost. People who don't invest emotionally this way tend to have more stable self-worth. They don't borrow meaning from external victories. Their confidence depends less on outcomes they can't control. This doesn't mean sports fans are less healthy, just different. In fact, many score high in empathy. They practice caring deeply about people they've never met. But empathy is limited. People who don't follow sports often direct that emotional energy elsewhere, into relationships, creativity, ideas, nature, or social causes. Studies show they score higher in openness to experience. Their emotional rewards come from art, music, learning, and personal growth. They're seeking the same feelings, meaning, connection, transcendence, just through different doors. For some, disinterest in sports also has a history. Past exclusion, pressure, or negative experiences can shape avoidance, and sometimes it's simpler than that. They just don't find it meaningful. At the core, this difference comes down to how people experience meaning. Some find it in shared narratives, rivalries, comebacks, championships. Sports fans connect as spectators. Non-sports people prefer involvement where their presence actually matters. Neither approach is better. They're simply different ways of being human. For some, it's a game. For others, it's a book, a conversation, a project, or a quiet moment alone. Many people who don't follow sports report feeling more present in their own lives. They're not watching someone else's struggle. They're engaged in their own. So if you don't care about sports, you're not missing something essential. Your brain just values different rewards. Your attention, empathy, and meaning are organized differently. And the next time someone asks, "Did you see the game?" and you genuinely don't care, remember this: you're not broken, you're not boring, you're just playing a different game.